look, it's voice standard answer. There's a car, there's no car. And then right, there was a car right as close as 2 meters. And he said, anyway, I knew.
Special guest, si Manong Perry.
Pagpan sa likod. Walang nakaupo. Walang seats. Ambulance. Or ganyan accident. Accident? Mga biker. Before him, sa in the car. Si
Rico.
Rico? Huh? Hindi. He's younger.
Ay, si JJ.
Oh, si JJ. Ha? Sino JJ?
Nandingin?
Oo.
Baka nabangga or something. Oh my gosh, you want to ano muna?
Check.
Oo.
Ano ka kay Alan?
Ay, sorry.
Oh my God, cow! Oh my God, cow, relax naman ba yan?
Sorry.
Ano ba yan?
Kamusta ka?
Wait lang.
Hindi tayong ice. Nakawa tayo kay JJ. Nakawa din sa ambulance na.
Nakunan mo rin namin.
Nakunan mo nga ba?
Hindi, Maxi.
Oo.
Is that the couple, ano? Who? Mama Dog?
Kidlat,
Pareho.
dito na kami. Palaya.
Cute.
Kayang sasarap sa ampalayang bakod.
Pwede nang ikon yan. Yung omelette.
Oh, yung ganyan.
Sarap yan.
Yan ang last na pininturahan ni Kwan. Ni Erning, yung blue. Yung semento. Para magkaroon ng ocean yung vapor.
Ito yung boathouse mo ah.
Ilang taon na tayong tatrabaho dyan sa Magellan Field. Kapag nauubusan ako ng ideas, I'll build another ship. Well, I didn't realize that itong tirahan natin it's not really architecture, it's really installation. Kung anong meron na madampot, gaya nitong route. Santos Bayuca just had acquired that and siguro lalagarin niya into small pieces para pero sabi, uy, I need a sail.
Do you think your practice now has anything to do with your father being an engineer? He was a builder. Parang may effect ba yan?
Yeah, syempre may effect.
Lolo?
Siguro yung lakas loob to try this, to try that.
Is it a rebellious answer to the direct lines of Lolo?
Si Lolo, nag-aaral niyan sa UST. So he has all these engineering principles na pick up from the Western engineering schools. Okay, siguro pumasok ng konti yun sa akin. Yun lang yung shapes. Ay, kaya't ko tikiwing. Gusto kong banking, gusto kong... Basta pagka nagmagawa kami ng structure, one rule, bawal ang squalado. No right angles, kailangan ganyan. Pero I need the expertise rin ng mga karpintero na talagang sanay na sila, no?
Second rule, dapat mauntog ako.
Okay, sorry na lang. Si Magellan was not more than 5'1" o gano'n.
Well, this Magellan is
Okay.
500 years as
My next boat will be for 6-footers, okay? Los Indios Tontos. Welcome to Cinema Tonto. Guaranteed to keep us in the dark. It became a central theme that there's always some kind of a resistance, a cultural resistance to that we have to be on guard. So, from Cinema Tonto, which is more about Lone Ranger, and then he had the nerve to call his sidekick Tonto, which means stupid in Spanish. So I use the metaphor na parang, ayan, nakakabobo yung mga ganong pelikula. Yes, Kidlat. That's how the West was won. So all this combination, bakit? I'm not even a visual artist in the usual sense na maiimbita doon. Basta unti-unti, started from little portable, pwede sa maleta na mga carvings. Tapos yan, lumalaki dito sa Baguio. Naging part ng Cinematheque. Tapos later, ayan, pati yung Miss Universe contest. When the Miss Universe people came here, ayan, nagkagawa ulit ng battle between two beauties, two goddesses. First in art fair, tapos embellished na naman sa arete. Pero that later became the centerpiece that went to Sharjah. Tapos nakita ng director ng Reina Sofia, mas lumaki pa. Yan, evolution by bathala na process.
The last 6 years, by my understanding, is about the Spanish Empire. They said the sun never sets on the Spanish Empire. The Philippines is represented the Pacific Ocean. But the word indigenous is what exactly Rizal was fighting for.
or mga patriots, Spanish patriots.
Alam mo, first of all, yung Palacio Cristal is not a, like a museum where only the very culture-interested people go, or tourists, no? Okay, yung...
It's free? Is it free?
Yeah, it's free. Palacio Cristal is in the middle of Retiro Park, no? And Retiro Park is maybe 20 times bigger than Burnham Park. So, all kinds of people go there. I also realized na yung mga Spanish, that they know very little about Philippines. Gulat ako. Well, we were just one of the many colonies. Dahil sa na-discover natin, napulot tayo doon sa across the Pacific, ayan, pwede na pagyabang ni Felipe II, King Philip II, na the sun never sets on the empire. Kasi pagkagabi na sa Spain, at least may araw pa dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? So,
Sarap pakinggan.
I never thought of it that way.
no, that was their big boast. And so,
The sun never
So-
sets on the empire.
Ito yung mga bagong eksena.
Ganyan ka mag-script, no?
Di ba nung sa dingding bago nasuno? Okay. Ito yung plague doctor sa vaccination scene. Ito yung sa Baguio Museum. Ito yung sa Madrid, okay? I tried it here. Yung pinakita ko sa iyo kanina. I tried it here. No? Pero sabi ni Kidlat, baka I can try another place. Ito yung second half ng film. Pwede natin ipasok dito. Alam mo yung right after the bathtub na, "Hey, land ho!" Yung hot tub niya. Kaya ito, kailan buo ito. So, the last place na pwedeng singit is dito. Okay.
So what made you decide to do it?
Siguro baka iklihan po kung panang or i-overlap lang dito.
Bitten by an ant? A big ant?
Yeah, pwede i-shorten pa yun.
Yan, we're wondering, ano kaya ito? Ano kaya ito? Tapos,
Gets. Oh, yun. Nag-work. Binigyan mo ng sound. I was watching
sige.
it. Nag-work siya. Pwede.
Looney Tunes,
wala akong makita ng
Ayaw,
sound.
Looney Tunes. Pwede naman. Hanap ako.
I just have all these things. Pero wala akong script na sinusundan.
Yan yung kanina, yung cutting.
Yung collage.
Yan, it's more of a collaging. Pero meron ka rin overall gustong gawin na kwento.
Duende filmmaking.
Ayan, yung Duende is, I think nanggagaling sa loob natin, sa kaloob-looban natin. Ano yung special framing ng Duende ko na galing sa kultura natin, galing sa personal upbringing ko. Yung Duende framing natin ang kailangan ang hinihintay ng mundo. Otherwise, copycat culture. I think that's where a lot of my young indies, yun lang pwede kong ipasak sa kanila kasi wala naman akong masyadong alam dyan sa technology. All these kids know more than I do. Kaya nga, pag may problema ko, yung kapatid mo si Kidlat is my tech support.
Wow.
See this nice little monkey? Well, now you will see what it is. It's totality.
Wow.
This is a fertility icon. Women who cannot get pregnant, hindi nabubuntis. But for some reason, whether is that a psychological freeing of yourself so you can get pregnant, I don't know, but this is, women come to this place and then they put a offering dito, no? Mabuti hindi sinunog ito. So even collecting these things or accumulating things, na-realize ko kung saan nanggaling itong prejudice against the art of our indigenous people. You have to go back to them because they had the natural attitude towards life and sex and the Almighty.
Ganda. Grabe sa view.
Kapila kayo eh.
Parang siguro every time pupunta tayo dito gabi. Hindi ko nakikita
Oo, hindi ko napapansin. Rolling.
Tragis.
Ganda ng... Ang ganda ng...
Supposed to end up as an aircraft mechanic. I was supposed to be having an interview with Liberty Aviation for my apprenticeship. And on my peripheral vision, I saw my pasiking And then just not. What am I doing here?
Why
Then
not?
I just packed my things and I called my brother. I'm not going to the interview. I said, where are you going? I'm going home. So, yeah. And then 3 weeks in Baguio, asked by my brother-in-law, do you want to be part of the medical team? We're going up to Pulag. Yun yung first na kanpan. That was 1978. And there, since I got overwhelmed by the majestic mountains of Cordillera. And since I don't know how to paint or write at that, so I thought of photography being a more realistic medium to record what I see. Again, in my relationship with the elders, I went there without any camera hanging on my shoulder, or I just went there, observed. I was just observing, and then all of a sudden, actually, they approached me. Why are you here? You're so quiet. And then they noticed my
Your presence.
I told them that I would like to document the people and follow the tradition, follow them, because it's going actually eventually.
Nawawala.
It would be. I was invited to be part of this ritual. They don't mind me, but I made it a point. Every time I take a photo, then I go back, keep it back for them. And it would be nice, nandito po ako, pwede ba akong ganito, observe. It's not hard to ask them. Binigay sa akin to, tapos bigla akong nandun pala sa scene na naglilitrato. Ayan, ako na nakatali yung book. Ito rin. Yan.
From, nasa corner ka talaga literally.
Yan, sa corner. Ka-camera din na
Nice.
Kasama ako sa
At
ritual.
ritual?
Oo, ritual. Ritual yan. Kasama ako. Hapaw.
And I think the manner of a lot of photographers now is they go in, shoot without really having a relationship with the subject.
Parachute photographers.
Parachute photographers.
Sibat na.
No relationship with the no connection. Ito, Abbie, it's tinatago, parang ulo.
Oh, wow.
Diba? Very
Oo
similar
nga.
sa
Yeah.
ulo. But in mountain province, specifically the upslide, ito yung first na wedding gift ng community na ibibigay sa'yo. Pag kinasal ka, you go you will build your own house. Ito yung maiiwan sa hearth. Yeah, that's funny because I mean, like a lot, maybe even you would be reacting to the most abused, misused icon in Cordillera. Is the bulur, or they even make it into trophies, like they gave an award to Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
When
that was-
is the film industry getting sick? They
It has
needed
been sick
Wow.
for a long time.
Wow.
a trash can. They needed
Yeah.
something to put into the bad elements. The bulul is the highest form of hardship.
Wow.
Every day, you work the land doing rice. Along the way, you get sick you get tired. You encounter misfortune while doing the light. That's the time when they call the Baki and to do a healing ritual. All the negative, all the sickness would be transferred.
But now, I think parang the bulol has, evolved into this icon of perhaps the image of the Cordillera,
Yeah.
image or the
Yeah.
of identity.
Identity.
It has become this thing, and I think it's good, but I think it's also not good for people who are using it to hindi alam ngayong yung history or
Misrepresentation.
Yeah, the
and it's
misrepresentation.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
It starts with the bulol to the partida, lingling
The Wising or the Lingling or even the
even tattoo.
even tattoo. And even the gangsa, the gongs. Are actually your question. For me, it's very hard for me to accept since I know what.
Parang old school siya.
But if you follow tradition,
It's hard, no?
It's hard.
It's very
Okay.
hard talaga.
very hard.
Ganda ng painting.
Sunny.
Si Aklay, siya yung may gawin.
This is where the magic happens.
Yan o, nandiyan ka.
Oo nga, no?
Yung makeshift. It used to be a closet na saksak ko na lang yan pa. Larger.
Galing. Laki rin, ha? Italian or German?
No, Bessler, US ata.
US.
Actually, basura. I just repaired it. Alam mo naman, hindi ko kayang bilhin. Baguio Arts Guild dati, 1989.
Yeah, did you take this photograph?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ayun, pantakip ng pang-blackout.
Oh.
Pinang-blackout ko lang kasi bintana yan.
Opo.
Actually, I have some reservations adjoining. Because in 1987, the first exhibit of the Baguio Arts Group then, it's not, was a photography exhibit. But a veteran journalist convinced me, which is Alex Baluyo. Pare, sali ka. Pakita mo yung makakuha mo ng 4D. Test prints that I did the other night, mga test strips.
Manchachawak.
Ang ganda niyan.
Yun.
The magic place.
This is where the half
magic happens.
of the magic is there, is here, done here. Oh, bakit ka nagpapa?
May pin.
Ay, wow.
Sorry na
So,
banggo ko.
Ay, yung mga kwan ko. Yan.
Joining. 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 Chong. Chong Ineng. Nandiyan si Chong Ineng. Chong Ineng.
Saan tayo? Sa taas tayo?
Wala, mga hoarding. Junk shop. Welcome to the... Dito natutulog si Kawayan.
Pwede makitawag?
Pwede.
Ito, no space na yan.
Hello?
Tata kasi.
Hello? Hi.
May landline.
Landline. Wireless landline.
Yeah. It's
Sa sawa. Oh, medyo. Parang naglinis ka dito. Dinis ko lang yung alikabok, baka.
Sa...
Yan o.
Ilaw ba? Ilaw ba?
Ito yung mga...
Paano?
Teka, mag-aalis muna ako ng muta.
Oo. Tama, magko-close up kasi baka umiyak.
Salamat po! Salamat sa YouTube.
Ayan.
Ilang taon na akong buhay.
Oo. Nag-60 ka na.
Namatay ako ng 12 beses eh.
Shit.
Pagkano na ako? Ay, magkano na ako? Punala ako.
60.
50.
60. Tapos ilang beses ka namatay?
61 ako, 12.
Ilang beses ka mabuhay?
Hindi.
11.
11 years old.
11 times.
Tapos dito ka lumaki.
Dito.
Tapos father mo, policeman. Mother mo, healer.
Nagka-catering din sa Sabungan.
Tapos
Nagbabasa ng
taro.
taro o manghuhula.
Silot din, di ba?
Hilot, sobra. Hilot.
Saka...
Bangon ka sa umaga, hinihirog ng nanay. Merong nakabuka ka dyan sa... Nay, inising niyo ako.
Nagpapangat, di ba? She helps midwife.
Meron siya yung, bago siya mamatay, meron siyang mga bagong nag-astral travel. Pupunta sa kung saan, nakakapunta na sa Mindanao. Para hanapin lang yung nawawalang kapatid nila. Pero dito po ba, nung bata ako, hindi ko makalimutan, may dumaan na pito sa harap ko. Naka-jar.
Fetus.
Pitus. Pito, isa lang.
Pito.
Akala ko whistle actually.
Isa lang, pito. Dumaan ako niya, no? Dala-dala nung matanda. Beep!
Iba yung mga childhood memories mo.
Oo
Di ba, nag-UP ka for UPFA eh?
Oo. Isang sem lang.
Naglalakad siya from Manila
Sampaloc
to Diliman. Wala siyang pamasahe.
Di hingi, kuhan sana ako sa mga kaklase ko pero nahiya ako. Piso pa lang pamasahe nun.
Sino ang mga kabatch mo?
Doon na namit yung mga makiling.
Si Borlongan, kaklase ko yun eh. Si Elmer. Kuhan na siya nun ha. Kuhan na siya,
Refined.
Michelangelo na siya nun.
Yung pagpasok mo sa teatro or performance, paano yun
Yung ginawa namin sa, dun yung Pillar Bigs, dun sa military cut-off na play. Paglalabas kami ng director, gumagawa-gawa siya ng kung ano-ano. Tapos sinasama-sama niya ako sa mga parang, yun nga, instantaneous.
Sa teatro performance,
yung
tapos
performance.
niya, binasag niya.
Diyan, namuliti ka na ako nun, pumasok ako meron kasing political side ang Damarga eh. Tapos ginamit ko yung mga tema sa performance.
Ang dami tayong ganun, yung mga very spontaneous.
Mas maganda yun. Pati yung art cup, ganun din eh. Sa Burnham.
Iba pa.
Isip-isip tapos, ikaw sa City Hall. Ikaw, kilala mo yung manager ng McDo. Punta ka na dun, kuha ka na ng Yun, wala yung wala. Meron lang permit sa gobyerno. Pero yung budget, yung kanyang kanya-kanya. Dumadating yung mga tao, may dalang kung ano-ano. 2 sako ng bote, araw-araw. Lilinisin lang namin eh. So, linisin natin. Parang pinaghirapan ni Epats to. Pagkat yung linis na yun, naging cut-cut na. Gawin tayo ng ganito.
And it went on for several years.
Oo.
3 or 4
Meron.
years.
May nagtuloy-tuloy.
Public
Nung Baguio Arts Guild, parang medyo kayo yung bata nun. I mean, bata among...
Oo,
diba?
20s kami sila pag na.
Kayo yung...
Nakikiatin-atin lang kami ng meeting sa Amapula, no? May meeting sila tatay, sila Santi. Laki sa tabi-tabi.
Siya, Kidlat, tsaka si Katrin yung nakakita sa akin. Sa basurahan. Are you an artist? Telepono. Intercom. Hello, text ba to? Hello, text ba to? Messenger. Ewan ko ba't eh. Hindi yata nakalapat dun sa kanya. Kailangan nakakapit talaga sa... Ano nga nakakapit?
Da.
Kailangan nakakapit. Uy, dami ta. Static.
Choppy.
Chapi. Baka may mga langgam.
May tumataan.
May nagsasampay.
Kikita ka ba ng mga performance ngayon? Ng mga kasi nag-uso kayo mga performance,
Wala.
art, mga ganyan.
Nung ginagawa natin yun, wala akong gano'n, no? Kami nila Sol lang yung talaga nagbabaliw-baliw dito. Kami nila nila
Soul.
Ronnie Lazaro. Akit siya para makiganon dito.
What was it about performance that you liked? Why
It's-
did you do it?
It's very free. You don't have to buy anything to make a performance. Just your body. Tsaka yung the material I use, it's just around the garbage can.
Why?
To open the eyes again for a new
Sabi naman yung salamin mo na yan, ano?
pag gusto kong gumawa sa madilim, may naglalakad ako sa madilim. Doon may hinahanap ko. Sayang, tatapon nila yung lighter na
Nice.
meron pang flashlight eh. Okay, gusto kong mag-sketch na walang ilaw.
Warm
Ito yung
and
Nice one.
warm and cool light ba? Para balanse,
Love it.
di ba?
Yun eh.
Ganda.
Pati ko.
Reading glasses ba yan?
Oh, reading. Pang sketch. Pag madilim. Pag maganda yung pose ng nagtitiktok. Ini-sketch ko.
Kitang-kita mo yung nagtitiktok.
Hindi yung sketchpad. New things. Pero it's dangerous. Pag pioneering the first time will be banned.
Judged.
Oh, judge pa. Delikado. Grabe. Ang dami. Meron akong hinagis dati sa stage na yun. Pag tumba niya naman, nakita ko dun sa stage may bako dito sa tabi ng ulo niya. Na nakalawit na ganyan.
Boing.
Ay! Tama na to.
Oo.
Hindi na, doon ako yata, doon ko na nakita yung, hindi ko alam kung meron na akong na accumulate na power. Na magic. Siguro.
Kailangan tulong.
Hindi, meron lang yung malit.
Ito.
Kilala mo yun. Nakakalat to sa sa bukas. Kung aalisin mo yan, kilala mo na to. Kung sino to.
Alam ko nga yan.
Malit ng lolo mo.
What? Hindi siguro.
Galing Germany. Oo, tingnan mo yung pangalan niya.
Hans.
Hans. Hansel and Gretel.
Naging Thor na bigla ako ah.
Oh, yun.
Tour ka naman talaga.
Oo.
Yung Tahimik eh. Dito.
And then I also heard that one of your first teachers was the guy who assassinated
That's only performance.
the Pope.
Yeah, karate ni Ferdinand Marcos. And he was in the airport, but he was only using he was only using a rubber knife. Wala.
He was a Bolivian. He was the Bolivian who, when the Pope came here in '84, he
went to stop the Pope.
and he was also one of the tenants at the Guia building. And he was an artist. What was his name?
Benjamin
Mendoza.
Yeah.
He was based
He
in
was
Baguio.
drawing in out of bookshop. So, pag pinapanood ko yung mga drawings ng very bizarre, mga bata, yung bukas. Pero pen and ink and watercolor. So, ang ganda ng drawing. So, yun yung ginagaya ko. Paano ba yung blending ng watercolor? And then they will show me. He's a nice guy naman. In terms of posing Catholic Church, and I didn't know how to reconcile this because I'm also a sacristan.
That's right.
But, you know, that's made me become, what's that mysticism?
Your attraction to...
And also in the church, daming painting, daming mga objects, daming mga ceremonies, daming ritual. It's sacred, it's a ritual. You ring the bell, until now I still ring my bell. Ring my bell.
So, cathedral to?
Yeah, in the cathedral. And that was part of, I think, exciting my, you know, this art and mysticism. They're just
Parallel.
together. In a way, you can see things that other people cannot see. The artists are the only people, I think, that can see the sanctity of objects.
That's true.
It may not be a sacred, it may be a basket
Yeah,
or something.
that's right.
We saw that, the sanctity. But there's a manifestation of the consciousness. Like, I think your camera also is one if you use it well and it helps you to, you know, express your mind and your heart, then it is a sacred object. And the artists have that. Okay na ako eh. This is the book from how we make art. Pictures of transformation of consciousness through art making. Tingnan mo ito. Dear Willy, many thanks for taking on the history of art at such short notice. You're such an inspiration to the students. What an honor. My heartfelt gratitude. Nakangete. Isa Belmonte. January 25, 2007. Oh my God. Ang ganda nito. Ganda ng librong to. Kasi you don't look at art as art lang eh.
Yeah.
The spirituality is there also. Baguio Arts Guild.
So the Baguio Arts Guild, about like you came back from England or Yokohama? What was it?
Yokohama.
You were an art teacher in Brent, in Yokohama, and then eventually you ended up in London, no?
Yeah, I taught a little bit there, so I came home. So there, we all were all together. Some were broken-hearted, some were, I think most of us were Di ba? Everybody on this love story except your tatay is okay.
Wow.
BenCab's broken heart, his not his broken heart.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, the
Everyone,
Baguio was worked out
even
of a
si
broken
Alin.
heart.
So it was sort of like a accidental
Yeah.
conjunction where everyone just came together.
And then
by
there was
chance.
that Amapola.
In Amapola,
Yeah, that was-
Gallery Renaissance.
Yeah, that was, I think, our flower bed. Where, you know, where
With Riksha Santo.
Yeah,
also.
and also that was the compost pit where our ideas were brewing. So from there, Santi was saying like, let's make an art patron. Let's invent an art patron so the artists would support each other. That was beautiful then because walang ego, you know. So the kid was so beautiful. And when they know you're in the guild, you have your sense of pride, you have your self-esteem back when you're there. You know, it's just buong-buo na, who are these people? What are they eating?
They don't. They don't eat.
That's the secret. I think we made told them that it is possible for artists to get together and do something. You know, which before they never believed it would happen. And I think Baguio Arts Guild was an example all over the world for the group. Because dami. First of all, I taught a lot of kids in Baguio Convention Center. So they would come every afternoon, give them lessons.
During your time, if you were Igorot, you felt
No, we were starting them that time. We were telling them, no, this is your cultura. You should be proud.
you should be proud of it.
And we're using a lot of.
So empowerment siya.
Yeah. Somehow I connect that to the Baguio Arts Guild.
Yeah, it is true.
Lumakas lahat ng kultura ng Cordillera kasi we're from the Cordilleras.
Yeah.
And we're using a lot of the symbols and the textile, the installation. We play the gongs. So lumakas. And then now they're so proud of their cultura. So now I'm so glad that happened also in my lifetime. That I see the people that we got our inspiration from are also inspired, that this is our identity that makes them stronger as a people. It increased the awareness in the arts na. What you're doing is art, your tapestry is art, your carving is art. Na-recognize nila yung sanctity of art making. It's there na. I'm pleased to see that.
Even better, not showing became
Wala na pinauso mo eh.
naging di ba?
Wala nga naganganga ng araw. Ikaw lang nakikita kong naganganga. Tapos dumami na lang. Pinauso mo.
Mama?
Ilan?
5? Tumatangkad tayo.
Okay, so we walk. The idea was, I really like Baguio because my friends are here, sina Laida, sina Butch Perez, and of course, sina Santi. Actually, I just met Santi then. But after my divorce, I thought Baguio would be a nice place to be, to stay. Kasi Manila is expensive and hot, and after London I wanted to be in a cooler place, and I was back to zero.
After 60 years of practice, what makes you excited pa rin to work and paint?
I tried to recreate what was a typical BenCab work, but then I usually work on projects, and then you go back to painting, and the painting is continuous. There's a slight difference from the last one. I miss doing prints. Nangangalawang na nga yung etching press. Yeah, it suits my style. I mean, I like to draw, and there are some that I experimented on. In my 2 months residency, I did 49 works.
Wow.
And then this is a paper pulp painting. Parang I want to go back to that.
Grabe talaga itong Tyler.
Lahat yan.
Yan yung 2 months.
2 months, oo.
Really?
This is a combination of lithograph, silk screen, etching.
Oh my God.
Ganda.
So I was combining the old and the new, and that's why I call it glimpses. Glimpses of the past and glimpses of the. So these are my
The team.
the team. That's why I was able to work with a Japanese guy.
Baka dapat meron kang ganun kalaking team. Para,
Ay, mag-isa lang ako ngayon.
oo nga eh. I mean,
Buti pa
dito
si
para,
Ventura.
Dito naman kami.
oo nga, pwede kami mag-apply.
Isang estudyante, kinuha niya yan. It was lost for 40 years. Tapos parang ano siya, sinoli niya sa akin. After 40 years. Sabi ko, palitan ko na lang. Hindi, kasi nag-enjoy naman ako ng 40 years. Sige na lang. Sabi ko, thank you for my museum.
The museum has really become the center for the highland culture. And,
Like yung Tamawan, that's how we started also. And then, of course, the Baguio Arts Guild, which your tatay is also very much involved. So people are very looking forward right after martial law was. That was when the Marcoses left. The first, we call it festival within ourselves. Ano lang na katuwaan. So that started it. Parang it's so spontaneous. I never even remember if somebody organized it. Oh, there's no ano. And the second year was when we organized it already. We had meetings na, and yeah. It's a 10-day festival. Let's show you the program. Calendar of events.
Wow, naka-schedule.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Book launch of Tripuson, poetry reading, Visayan poets. The festival was 1993, and we didn't get much from the government, from the city. They promised something, but they even half it. In the 150 lang, naging 75. The Department of Tourism, they have a whole page. They got the credit, but they didn't give anything. It was difficult. Yeah. So I have to auction one of my paintings. So they invited people from Australia, Japan, Indonesians. That was quite something. But of course, it's a handful also to take care of them. When the festival finished, the government took over. It's a pity that they whitewashed the ones that they painted on. Imagine the beautiful paint mural by Saling Pusa. Ganda nun. You see, that's the mural that they did.
Kasi now, it looks different, syempre. Yung sa basement.
no, they reconfigured
wala,
everything. Great photograph.
Ako rin lahat na
Ang ganda.
Grace Nona.
Rupong
Joey
Pendong.
Ayala.
Joey Ayala. I did the cover of this. I really did a magazine to have a record of that happening. Otherwise, we'll never forget the memories.
Like now, who would have ever thought that it was important? What your big celebration?
I think that's one of the first ones of its kind here in the Philippines.
The Baguio Arts Festival is called the first artist run festival.
But the festival is really something, isn't it? Yeah.
Right.
And I think, how many festivals did we have? After me, your dad.
There are 5 or 6 at least.
Oo. Tapos Santi again.
Again and again.
But it from there,
It was
slowly,
gradually going down.
not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. We didn't have any money. I mean,
Right.
Rock and roll. Can you come up to Baguio this weekend?
After the earthquake, the artists got together again and had a sort of
a cafe place, but there's music. And the artists are sila yung mga serving.
Imagine the national artist serving you rum and coke.
And we're all dancing up to 2 in the morning. Everybody was dancing. Lalo na when it's, I can't get no satisfaction. Again, it was spontaneous that we opened it. After that, we did class, no? When Baguio was starting to normalize.
Speaking of spontaneous, pag nagpipinta ka ba, do you work spontaneously or very studied ba yung pagpinta mo?
You dream about it, you think about it, and sometimes that takes longer than painting. I learned to meet the deadline because I used to work for a magazine and there is always a deadline. So you impose on yourself, okay, on my 80th birthday I'm going to exhibit, and then that's when you...
But everything has to come out there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Sometimes
that's gonna be
it's
a
good in
big
your
one.
mind, but it's not good when you're doing it.
I think we all know that.
Yeah.
So now you're preparing for that show for your 80th birthday.
Yes, so I'm
Are
imposing it on myself.
Pero are they all gonna be
I have to celebrate my 80th, just to show that I'm still working. Sa Luz Gala yun. I did 5 variations.
Ganda.
Maraming layers, Ganda.
Ganda.
I try to do it again.
Kaya. Kaya pa yan.
Ay, mga tulo.
push up pa?
Pero ito, carpet ito ngayon. Tinatapakan ko pa. Nagano ng pusa.
Wow.
Something that they needed happened. Well, I need a drink. Be quiet.
Welcome home. Mary turned 26 today. 26 years old na siya.
That's the very first guy I met aside from Tata. He was the very first guy I met. One session wrote in 1974 with his hat, mask, cap, and curly hair. Something between
Yeah, Nanay, there would be no Baguio Arts Guild without Nanay because she really was like one of the driving force. You know, these younger artists, I guess, that were unschooled. They were unschooled.
Yeah.
But they were carrying very heavy weapons of belief and were really understanding the power of art, which included sort of a spiritual understanding of that and the role of it in community. And so Nanay adopted.
I think it depends how you define Baguio Arts Guild. It was an event in a way, this coming together. It was a synergy. It was something, that's why it was not made, it formed.
Wow.
It was, it was a moment in time, and the people were brought together by the universe, and this is what happened. And I think it's not no accident that it was Baguio, because Baguio is at this point of having colonial influence since its beginning, and yet also having the very strong input from the whole mountain province and having the lowland market, this constant moving from the mountain to the sea, to the sea, to the mountain.
Then all the arts festivals, Axe was always participating.
Okay.
Oh, the first work I brought here is a walis from Cagayan.
Not from Baguio.
No, because every time people come here, walis yung dala pababa.
Right.
So I brought a walis from Lowland and had it shown in I think that's the first Baguio Arts Festival.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, growing up dito sa there was always mga happenings, mga Baguio Arts Festivals. Palagi kaming, like I always say this, school was more just something to pass the time while there was no art happenings, parang ganun. Kasi anytime may art event somewhere or may tanggal kami sa school, dalhin kami doon, whether it was out of town or in Baguio or in the Cordilleras or
How long did Baguio Arts Guild was sustained? At tagal din, before it became it's gone into oblivion. It has developed great artists. For example, like sila Leonardo Aguinaldo, sila Jan Frank Sabado, Jordan Mangusan. These are actually the second generation of the Baguio Arts Guild.
Right.
Di ba? Who are they now? And yung mga upcoming pa, who are they? They're all here. Doing their creative things.
For me, the nice thing is that really Kawayan and his friends continued the spirit of the Baguio Arts Guild.
Ako, naging parte ako na-witness ko yung Axis. So, na-inganyo ako doon. So, at least, kung wala yung Axis na yun, siguro hindi ako na-encourage sa mga, or hindi ko nakita yung mga activities or events.
For me, Axis was just such an amazing project. The two accesses, the one that went all the way to Sagada and the other one that happened in the park with really nothing but a tent sewn by that was really amazing, and that's the spirit.
Access is already how many years ago rin, suddenly you think rin, wow, grabe rin yung ginawa namin nun, or yung and yeah, I think it's really just that energy na the closeness of everything.
Yan, ganyan. Nakakatawa tayo, parang bata. Ipa-post ko na to.
Maybe, we're looking for a social media manager.
Grabe yung panawagan.
And Nanay was aware of the lack of the female element, the yang, di ba? The yin-yang. Kulang yan.
And my wish would be more to encourage more women, no?
Nakakatawa ko yung tinatsaga mo. Ako magaganto na lang ako.
So, ano ba ngayon?
Hindi ko na kaya. Yeah.
We're launching.
Yeah, we're
second batch of artists.
launching right now.
Oh my God!
Bakit nangyari ang no space?
Dahil sa interview natin last year. Actually.
Oo nga. Moira, ito ako.
Kasi di ba, nakita natin na sobrang daming works by the guys we visited. So parang lockdown pa last year. So wala rin venue for them to show their work. So nung una, naghahanap pa kami ng actual space for parang para lang magamit ng mga artists kung walang studio space, ganyan. But eventually, parang we thought na pwedeng gawing online na lang. Since parang everything now is online anyways.
How was it?
So,
I
yun.
mean, the artist works, how do you find them? Kasi halo-halo, di ba? I mean,
Yun nga ata yung masaya doon eh, yung pagkahalo-halo.
yeah.
Ano na lang, visit our website.
Ayun, sige nga, sabihin niyo yung address.
Ikaw naman.
Visit our website. Please visit our website. It's www.nospace.online. Thank you.
I consider myself part of a community, and we're, looking into developing projects with the artists of Baguio.
Right. At
Yeah.
saka parang ano rin eh, madalas ang ano ko sa inyo is like yung maano kayo sa art, patron, or patron ba? Or
Addict.
collect kayo na
It's an affliction, an addiction. Yeah, but I love supporting artists. I envy them because they have such freedom to create the work that they want to make, diba? Without compromise. So ako, I envy that a lot. Yeah. So I collect their work because I like the energy that's in the work, and I like to surround myself with that energy.
Sometimes it's not about who the artist is, but the value of having been there for like what, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years. I don't know, but these are things that we wouldn't know unless we take off and clean it, and it became so brilliant. It feels so good that Gail was so good and had that patience of cleaning that for so long, just for a filthy painting that they would say, and have it restored. I really am deeply thankful to Nona and Kawayan too for making it alive again.
It's a statement. Yeah, there's a lot of things from the past that are worth discovering and rediscovering and preserving, and some of them are actually part of our identity as a people.
Ting dumating yung pandemya, parang magamot rin natin. Naisip mo rin yun na paano mo siya magamot yung sa pandemya. Tulad yun, yung sabi ko yung basic na
Galing.
pagkain, ganun. Tapos yun, in relation sa cultural pumasok rin. Dahil iniisip mo rin yung pangailangan ng dapay. Yun, parang nangyari kay Rani, nag-stuck na rin sa Taloy na nung meron na siyang nakuhang space. Di ba? From Taloy to Baguio, may checkpoint. So, ang ginawa niya, hindi siya makaka-market, nagtaniman lang siya. And then, ang alam ko kay Randy, yung nagtanim siya, nagustuhan niya, kaya dumiretso na siya. Parang, yun nga, yung agricultural, nag-iba na, yung parang art-agricultural yung nangyari. Yung artist nag-agriculture na eh.
Wow.
Yung pakiramdam.
Gusto mong ipinta.
Binubungkal mo na rin yung paano ka, bungkalin mo.
Ginagawa mo mismo.
Biligan mo para Kaya ang nagustuhan ko kayo, yung sinabi niya noon na magsasaka ng sining. Yan si Randy, yung napan ko noon na, okay ito si Randy.
I think the intention nga ng the arts group is to embrace, develop the artist itself. Kung ano ka, pupush ka na lang, gaguide ka na lang, and you become that. Nobody, I don't know, Baguio artists, they don't even put down anybody else. Anybody artist from lowland, no. Ine-embrace yan, ina-adapt. You stay with us. Spoiled. Grabe nga spoil ang mga Baguio artists.
And nape-pressure ba kayo? Yung pressure of passing on the torch sa mga...
Hindi kasi pressure yan dahil yun yung gusto ng puso mo eh. Sinundan mo yung tapak nila, tapos nakita mo yung liwanag na, ganito yung liwanag noon, so diretso ka rin.
Nakaka-enjoy.
Pero iban mo rin.
Mahal mo yan eh. Mahal mo yung ginagawa mo, so hindi ka pressure.
I think it's big, but I think if you're living it,
Yeah.
It's not big.
It's not, and then
It's like
also
breathing.
it's Laro. It's
Yeah,
Laro.
and it's play.
We never thought of it as anything special, and
Yeah.
when even interested, it was just Laro.
Sabi nga ni Lolo Picasso eh. And then every child is an artist. That was the problem is how when he grows up, how to keep that childlike and not become so that's that was yung laro lang talaga eh. It's really an important part of life.
Nagpapasalamat sa mga ideas. Big help dahil yun nga nadadala pa rin yung yung tradition. At as well as yung tradition, kayang-kaya niyang mag-diverse sa ibang form.
Pinagsama-sama na yung kung ano yung natutunan ko dito sa kung parang sa kinatatay. Kawayan kung ano yung mga trabaho. Ano yung trabaho kasi siguro kung wala sila, baka ganun yung trabaho ko lang na gagawa ka lang ng bibigyan ka ng isang pagkukopyahan tapos ganun lang yung ginagawa. Kaya laking pasalamat ko din na kita ko yung ganitong mundo dito sa Baguio. Sa kanila.
Oo. Gawin mo to using your traditional way of doing your your skills. Then okay. Then nung ginawa ko, wow. Ito na pala yung epekto ng hindi nila sinasabi yung yung figure, hindi nila sinasabi yung thing. Basta yung sinasabi nila the idea. Then now baka bigla kang magkakaroon ng kakaibang output na na I'm using the old tradition.
Wow.
Making another
new creation, no? Galing.
Kung hindi ako nag-Baguio Arts Guild, ewan ko kung nasaan ako ngayon.
Tingin mo?
Hindi, sa totoo lang. Sa totoo lang. I don't know where I am right now. Kung saan ako pupulutin. Mine was a mess. Grabe.
Wow.
Mine was a mess until I joined the guild. Grabe. Matindi, di ba? Like everybody else would you ask anybody, like who are the Baguio Arts Guild people here? You ask them.
Yeah.
They would even say na, "Pucha, buti na lang may Baguio Arts Guild." It's like an institution that institutionalized them. Di ba?
It's Baguio. It's this convergence of forces of rich and poor, of barefoot and trained, and of anything under this kind of sky, of young and old, of intellectuals and of purely practical people who come in and they drop out and then they come back and then they form a pasangkalya. So it's a very alive force.
Sa akin kasi yung Baguio malamig eh. So napapansin ko, tulad ng yun, tayong mga kaibigan, may akap nga eh. Dahil sa lamig niya. So may akap. Yun, para ma-warm ka.
Tulungan.
Oo, tulungan. Ganun. Kahit dahil sa lamig niya, hindi siya yung mainit na yung magulo. Hindi. Malamig na yung Baguio, may akap pa sa mga kaibigan na tulungan.
Taka lang. We need the blow. Malakas ang hangin.
Ang lakas ng hangin. Dito. Dito.
26.
26! Nasaan na yung birthday boy?
So how does it feel to be 26?
Feels so young.
Paano sir?
I feel so young.
What makes Baguio so special?
Panada.
Next question, please.
Next question.
Shoot!
May dragon daw kasi dito na nakatago sa ina. Sabi nga na.
Ba't kayo nandiyan?
Because pandemic, charing that. No,
There's also food inside now.
Ayun. What makes Baguio special? It's always the people, man.
That's too deep of a question.
The weather. Oh, I go next.
I think the people.
The people.
And the climate.
The climate. I agree.
Sabi nga nila, kahit naalisin mo lahat ng mga tao ng Baguio ngayon, 50 years later, nandun pa rin yung character ng Baguio.
Wow.
Kasi yung papalit na tao, nandun na sa mga puno.
Wow.
Okay.
Deep, pare.
Para sa kon ba yan?
Art fair.
Ay!